Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this is part 2 of episode 17 of Fair Wanderings. We found a snake friend. Um, yeah, so I think I like got up to go get it, like a little something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm like kind of just like feeding it little like bits of like jerky or like stuff from the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Probably like eggs,
yeah, just
like
like
little eggs.
mhm. um, excuse me, and yeah, so I'm like kind of like feeding it stuff, and then like, so little one, were you? I would love to be able to know your story. Do you want to stay here, or
Just like looks up at you with like big, like glossy black eyes.
do you want to come with us?
Just like coils a little tighter around your arm or whatever.
I'll take that as a yes. Well, you're going to need a name. Can't just keep calling you
Little one.
little one. Uh, how about Neffy?
It just kind of like looks up at you, and then like just like goes back to like kind of like lazily sleeping and eating eggs.
All right.
um. Meanwhile, is Kitty giving you attention, Andrella?
I mean, yes. You have to tell me it's technically an NPC that you control.
Yes, yes. I think it's like sitting on your lap.
Okay.
Um, but it's definitely watching the snake.
When I notice that, just kind of quietly, in Celestial, I ask it, uh, why are you watching the snake so closely? Because I think that Seander doesn't usually interact with the surrounding world so much.
Yeah, not typically, no.
Yeah. So, why are you watching the snake so much?
I don't know. It seems strange.
Okay. Strange how?
I don't know.
Cecilia,
Hmm.
what does a normal snake look like?
You just hold up your arm with the snake hanging off of it.
Yeah, I just like gonna hold it and like motion it at you a little bit.
Yeah, it's got like a big old egg, like half swallowed, like going down its throat.
This.
Okay, so what's strange about this one?
I, I, I mean the colors slightly unique. Odd to find one not in hibernation right now, especially up here. Uh, it is. Do you think something's off about her, or
Sander does.
that? Right.
I have
That's
no idea how you feel about the fact that I have an imaginary friend.
right. Like I mean, I know it's a thing. I assume it's not just like I know that they like exist, but like
It's
I've
weird.
never get
Either
to never
way.
never seen them or anything.
Mhm.
Like okay, are they scared of her or just put off?
No, it's just weird. That's why I was wondering what was strange about it.
It like starts clawing. It starts crawling up Cecilia's sleeve. It's like like noping the fuck out of there.
I-
It knows it's being talked about.
Nothing like. I haven't noticed anything outrageously odd.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't really know anything about snakes, so.
no, right. Yeah, just
This feels like a appropriate time for another NPC to enter.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so about that time, Anastasia, Anastasia, the elf that is married to Taymond,
Right.
or Kirhat of Taymond, comes in. She's like, she's super pregger, so she's like waddling.
Uh-huh.
She's doing the pregnant lady walk, but she like kind of like sits down. Sits down near you and just like sighs real heavy.
Is everything okay?
My Kirkle was my friend too.
Mhm.
And his brother is inconsolable in his own way. He's not much of a crier, Taymond.
Yeah, it's hard on everyone.
She like pats her belly and like looks up at Angela, and says, I guess she's like trying to think of how to like word something, because I think she's like, I don't really know you, but I feel like I should be friends with you because you're my husband's sister.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though I've like never really met you.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, do you like kids?
Yeah. And I get kind of sad.
What's wrong?
Midge and Mellow are missing.
Oh. How old were they when he left? They would have been like real young, wouldn't they?
They were like 3.
If that, yeah.
Because they're like 5 years younger than me.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So they'd been like 2 or 3. So they don't remember him at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like, yeah.
I'm sorry
Little
to
little
hear
obnoxious children.
that. Well, she was like, I was trying to caveat this into talking about the fact that you're going to be an aunt, but now I don't know what to do. We're thinking about, and she just says, we're thinking about naming him Kirkle.
Okay. Were you thinking about that before today?
No. Well, we thought he'd been gone for a long time, and then we found out he was back, and we had some hope, and then he was gone again.
Yeah.
How long are you planning to stay?
I don't know. I came here to ask for help. And it seems like a somewhat pressing issue. So I feel like we should get on it as quickly as possible.
Where will you come back afterwards?
I don't
I think
know.
it would mean a lot to Taymond if the child had part of his family that he knows.
I mean, I have a lot of other things that I kind of need to do, but I was sort of hoping that when everything with Icon is fixed, maybe that's where I would be able to find Taymond again, so that I would be able to come back and have him be in my life, like have a big brother again.
She just kind of nods and says something in Elvish.
I know what she says then.
Yeah, it's something. It's something to the effect of.
Oh, hey, me too.
It's like one of those like it's like it's like it's something to the it's like an Elvish expression. It's something like time is the perfect thief.
Okay.
It's just an expression that means like by the time you've realized that something that mattered to you is gone, there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
Exactly. It's just a very it's like an Elvish, it's like a very culturally Elvish expression.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of sighs, and that's probably about the time Ozan Khan comes in with Timrin and Shalai and Taymond, who's there now, and just says
How did all these NPCs end up with names that are so similar to each other when we named them separately? Like Tinrin, and Taymond?
Tinrin was literally just me rearranging the letters in turmeric.
Yeah. I named Taymond.
Yeah,
I
I
came up
know.
with that name. How do these two sound so similar?
Who knows?
Anyway.
Maybe she was named after Taymond. Because she would have been born after him.
No.
She would have been born after they met him. Well, wait, she's 14. Never mind. Moving on. Moving on. I'm bad at math. So, yeah, I think Ozan Khan speaks up and says, I think we're ready.
Right.
You two are welcome to join if you want, and if you don't, I understand as well.
Thank you. Of course. Yeah, I mean, stand up, like, help Anastasia stand up, and then, yeah, let's go have sad times.
Mm-hmm. I want to keep the episode moving, but I wanted to wait until Echo. Maybe Echo will get here like towards the tail end.
Oh,
What?
He just messaged.
Come in. I'll do some set dressing.
Yeah. Just
so yeah, you're being so
vamp.
So the first off, not a lot of people are here. It seems to be just the family.
Mm-hmm.
You're led to a like there's like a sled outside of the house, and on it is Perkal's body. He's been stripped and has like a sheet over his like groin area, so you can't just see dead Wang hanging out everywhere. I'm sorry, Lily. But everything else is gone. No markings. There are like jars of the like that same like cinnamon smelling body paint sitting next to him, and Ozenkon and Taymond take the two like handles of the sled and start pulling it towards the outskirts of town. What is everybody else doing? Are you just kind of observing, or
Yeah.
Actually, so when we come out and we see the way he's set up,
There we go.
hey, they're smooth. When we see the way he's set up, I think Andrella goes to Shalai and says, "Can I fix something?"
She nods and says, "What do you wish to fix?"
And I
There we go.
point to his arm.
Hey, Smooth.
Heyo.
Hello.
I came into a very serious moment.
You're just in time for the funeral.
We're for the funeral.
Did
Did you want us to have completed it without you? Because we were delaying for you.
I have one of those days that's like everybody want to fight me at work, and I'm just like,
oh no.
It's like, I'm not fighting you. No.
So here's what's happening. The family and basically just the family are leading Kirkal's body that's on a sled. He's been like stripped of all his clothes except for like a sheet.
Ooh, drawing tablet, nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
And they're leading him. They're like traveling to the outskirts of the city.
So where are we burying Kirkal?
We're not at that step yet.
We're not at the, there's like it's like a funeral procession.
Okay, so I'm just kind of that. Gotcha.
And I think you noticed this. I don't know if the other people do. Actually, Cecilia definitely does, and Andrella might. There are ravens circling above.
Oh, nice, coolio.
Okay.
Dig on them ravens. Oh, random fact: I have a snake friend now.
Like snake, or like
a little snake.
You can like actually meet him in character since we said you were away taking care of planning. So now you're back in character too.
How are you dressed for this funeral? Are you just like kind of cleaned up and normal looking, or have you like go to a store and buy like orcish Sunday best?
I probably would have buy orcish Sunday best, and they probably had to special size it for me because I'm extra large.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Wait a minute, does Sunday best have a shirt?
Probably has a robe that you could leave open.
Okay, I need some air to breathe.
Yeah. So basically what Echo is wearing is like nice like silk like breeches, and then like a really long like leather duster over it, which is like orcish like ceremonial attire and has like runes and stuff on it and looks.
And I'll probably have my hair braided for this, I guess, in orcish tradition versus
Perfect.
The giant ponytail that I normally rock.
Perfect. Shalai totally taught you how to do that, by the way.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it seems like the sister would have helped me out with that one.
Yeah, Timrick and Shalai both showed you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the procession is happening. Andrella, what were you saying?
I was asking if I could fix something, and I pointed at his arm.
She just kind of like looks at you and smiles, and like as you're walking, kind of like pulls you into like a side hug, and says, "There'll be time for that soon." then she like lets you go and says thank you. Leading procession to outskirts of town. You get to like a shallow rise. You can see the monastery town behind you, and on it is it's like a cage that's been woven. It's like made out of sticks that have been lashed together, and it's on a slightly like elevated platform. So yeah, they wheel the cart up there and the sled up there and set it down. Ozenkhan starts speaking in Orcish. Who understands that here? Just Echo?
I probably catch bits and pieces because we've been like trading languages, but like
I kind of interpret it for them, I guess, as
sure.
Yeah, he's talking about having lost a son twice. And how, though by ruling of the Kurultai he was dishonored, he believes he was an honorable man and is worthy of recognition by the Ravens. And then he like turns to the body and then in common like leans down and says something that you can kind of hear. He says "I love you" to the body, and then like makes a mark on Kirkal's forehead with the paint, and then steps out of the way, and then the other members of the family will go up and like say something to the body and then make a mark on it. Andrella, when it gets to your turn, what do you do?
I go up to it and I say, I don't know if she knows what to say.
Do you say anything?
She might not say anything. She might just look at him and then pick up the paints and draw the Care Heart symbol back onto his arm like it's supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think at the end she gets to a point where she says, I know you're gone, but I know you're not. And she leaves.
Cecilia, you're up.
I walk up and I cast Animate Dead.
And he starts dancing.
Look, he's fine.
Tell you the truth, I was waiting for like him to be resurrected and then he'll join our party back. But I was like,
You've been waiting this whole time. You're like, and everything's fine.
Out of character though. It's like
everything's fine.
It's like he's dead. So yeah.
Right now, well, I mean, like, God magic is weird, so
God
maybe
magic
something
is
weird
weird.
happens. But right now, he appears to, for all intents and purposes, to be dead.
Right. Yes. I don't cast Animate Dead. That would be.
Thank you for clarifying.
That'd be really. That would not be good.
Would not be a sound choice.
No. Don't try that at home, kids. Yeah, I think I walk. Yeah, I walk up. What number was Kirkal's cell?
Number 3.
Yeah, I think I just walk up. I say like, "See you later," and then I like put like a 3 on his chest or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Echo.
Echo comes up in the druidic form. You see the wind kind of go through his hair, like you can see the power of
Yeah,
nature.
the like your braid like
I got the
billows behind you.
you see like the like I got braids, but it has like little like
Like
puffs at the end,
wisps. Yeah.
but it blows with the wind like Pocahontas style, because no matter
Uh-huh.
where she walks, the wind always blows with her. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's
She's
like
like a
you were my
supermodel in that way. It's weird.
yeah. I look fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like you were. It's like I saw you. I say this in Orcish specifically. It's like you were like a brother to me. I never knew my culture, and you interrupt this new world to me, and I will take advantage of it and learn more as I go. I thank you for this. And I guess I mark on his arm, brothers at arms, kind of thing.
Yeah, you make the rune for like blood brother or whatever.
Yeah, and then I
Like
kind of mark it on my arm.
awesome. Yeah. And with that, Ozenkhan and Taman like pick up corners and they like kind of like motion if anybody wants to join and like
I automatically join.
yeah. Does Cecilia or Andrella help?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Echo and Shalai joins and Taman and Ozenkhan lift the cart, lift the sled up and lift it up over the cage and rest it down inside of said cage. It's pretty clear that if only it's pretty clear that this is designed for like this exact process. And then they like throw like the top over the cage and like tie it off with like a piece of silk or something. And they both like take a step away and bow to Kirkall's body and then turn and start to walk back to town. As the ravens start to land on the like cage that they can clearly get in and out of.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Andrilla, I think you notice that the one that like lands on his chest and like pecks at the marks of Kirhat has green eyes.
Okay.
And that's an orcish funeral for you guys. What's everyone thinking? Like, is because I imagine this is very different to how any of your cultures do it.
You see me like, do I get the same thing? I wasn't raised as an orc. Or do I go to Valhalla? I don't know. Not my character.
For like a for a reference, and if anyone asks them about this, like, does anyone ask like why did you do it that way, or like
No.
does it all kind of make sense that
It's
they
one of
want
those
the
things.
ravens to get to them?
No, yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
around like called to understand that the culture is different,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like one of those things of like we respect it in a sense. Like if it was like us 3 months ago, we'd be like, "Hey, why did they do that?" But at this point, it's like, yeah,
No, yeah, the
Well-
Raven thing, like, I like, yeah, that totally made sense. Like,
Yeah.
Andrella, how are you? Does this feel like a funeral to you, or does it feel like abandoning a body on a hill? Right, like because this is very different than how funerals work where you're from.
Right. There's a ritual component to it, the saying goodbye steps and stuff that make it feel like a funeral, even though that's
Yeah.
not the way it's done in either her mother or her father's culture. But that component helps it feel like a funeral and not just abandoning a body on a hill.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
Yeah, Taman starts like crying as he like walks away, and Anastasia like comes over and hugs him, with her like kind of struggling to walk pregnancy belly, kind of getting in the way. Let's jump ahead a little bit.
Sure.
What's next on the agenda? Do we want to like?
I don't know because we lost 2 poly members at this point. Do we sit around and try to recruit, or do we just like press on?
I'm open to whatever you all want to do. I have options.
I mean,
You
if
can always
Andrella
hire
still has
on a little
goals.
like, huh?
Andrella still has goals.
Yeah. So do you want to like wait till the next morning to pursue said goals?
Sure, maybe, but
So like night of morning, so you all get a long rest and all that fun stuff.
in the night, I think that Andrella might have a conversation with Seander.
Sure.
So whose house are we staying at, by the way?
You're welcome to stay at Shalai's if you would like.
Okay.
Or I'm sure if you asked Taman to stay over there, you'd absolutely be allowed to.
Where do you two want to stay?
Shalai says more space.
Okay,
That's
let's stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably want to stay near my party at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I get a room to myself, and I sit down with Seander, and in Celestial, because I always speak Celestial to Seander. I just kind of stare off into the direction of the outside, like out the window or something, and I just say, before today, I felt fairly confident that I was doing the right thing, that I was following the direction that my destiny is supposed to go. But this feels like I'm being punished for having gone wrong.
Ears flop back. No. You're not being punished by... No. It's like it can't articulate what you might be punished by.
Mm-hmm. Fate.
Mm-hmm. No, you're totally being punished by fate. It's just like fate's fucking with you. Like,
Okay.
But there's not like an entity that's
Cosmos?
fucking with you. Yeah. The cruel, unfeeling universe is fucking with you.
All right.
The cruel, unfeeling universe named Michael Owen is fucking with you.
Jeez.
Damn universe.
And I think she
fucking
says-
universe.
I think she says then,
The game
What am I-
master likes making your characters suffer. There's got to be one.
what am I supposed to be doing then, Seander? I thought, clearly it seemed like fix the Icon situation, and then after that, it's destiny complete and family can come back together and
Andrella, destiny is a very complicated thing. I don't know if you're destined to save Icon. I was never told that. But even if you were, that wouldn't just make everything back to the way it was.
well, how am I supposed to be able to fulfill my destiny if I don't know what it is? I might end up fallen if I don't know what it is.
Do you really want to know?
You asking me that makes me worried to know. Is it bad to know?
It can be scary. The last person I told did not take it very well.
Maybe can you tell me if I'm on the right, if I'm going in the right direction or not? Trying to, get help to fix Icon and all that. Is that the right direction, or?
It's a step. I can't tell you what to do, Andrella. You have free will for a reason.
Okay, but I'm exercising my free will choice to want to do the right thing.
Do you want to do the right thing because you want to do what's right, or because you're afraid of being punished?
I want to make my father proud.
It would be very hard for you to make him not proud of you, no matter what happened. I can promise you that. I know his dad. Believe me.
Okay. Am I doing the right thing? Just yes or no, am I doing the right thing?
He climbs up in your lap. The last person I watched over fell because her duty had her doing something that hurt her, and she decided it wasn't worth it. I don't know if she regretted it later or not, but she did. Destiny is never easy, but I think you're making progress.
Okay.
Aww. All right. Echo.
I guess I'm periodically checking on my friends, but I'm kind of roaming the city because it's an orc city. I've never been here. New smells, new food.
Yeah.
But I hit back every so often to see how, like, I go by Cecilia and be like, "Hey, how the princess doing? She doing somewhat okay? Okay, I'm about to head back out."
Yeah. As you're walking, at one point, like someone kind of bumps into you, and looks up at you, and they're a Goliath, or have some Goliath blood in them. It's a man with it looks like he has a beard but doesn't, because Goliaths don't have hair.
Yeah, like he's like kind of like me. Like our facial hair is kind of scruffy.
Mm-hmm. He looks at you with big gray eyes.
I look him back with my grayish blue eyes.
Echo.
Yes.
He smiles.
Do I know you?
Not really. Just wandering soul looking for people.
Hmm.
And I can't help but notice something about you.
Tall?
No. He leans in and he just says, "You're sick."
Hmm. Elaborate.
There's something in you that doesn't belong there.
Hmm.
Do you remember the fight?
The pit fight?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. The Cobalt Bros.
Do you remember what happened?
I felt a energy release from me.
Bodies aren't supposed to do that.
People aren't supposed to turn to bears.
Fair. But hey, you don't have to listen to me. Just giving you some advice.
How about this? Why don't we grab a drink?
You got money?
Of course. Drinks on me.
Sure.
We
He holds
go
out his hand. Gray.
Echo. I guess we do the Goliath.
Yeah, totally.
No, I think the orc one's probably this. The Goliath ones
Yeah.
are probably like
Yeah. He does whatever you do.
like it's like I see like a bump.
Totally.
Yeah.
So you two go off drinking.
Yeah.
Cecilia.
Yo.
Can you make a wisdom save for me?
Whoa!
Yeah, I guess.
That thing I'm good at. Gosh, maybe my rolls might be against-
25, whatever.
So you remember your dream. Yeah, you have a dream. You have a dream. It's a combination of a dream and a memory. It's the first time you met Kirkle.
Uh-huh.
So you just got led into the cell.
Right.
And you're alone in the building, and then two guards drag in like a tore up, beat up orc, a tore up, beat up Kirkall, and just kind of like throw him haphazardly in the cell, and his back's bleeding from lash marks and stuff. What do you do?
I don't have my stuff with me, right?
No.
Yeah, so I can't heal him.
That's probably why he has those scars.
Yeah, I think I get close to like that wall, and well, I didn't get that sort of treatment, so whatever you did must have been pretty bad.
He like crawls over. It's fine. Air quotes.
On a person or like the country?
I don't fucking know. And he like kind of like crawls. He like crawls over. It's like clearly hurting him. Like looks up at you. Kirkle.
Cecilia.
And like reaches out to like shake your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And when you grab it, just it feels like ice. And then his face like goes to the neutral position it was in when he was like when his funeral happened.
Oh, good. Cool.
And then the dream ends. How do you wake up? Do you wake up like freaking out? Do you wake up like sad? Do you wake up just like normal?
Probably like very slow wake up, I think. Like she doesn't like
It's not like a jump out of bed.
yeah, it's not
scream,
like a
right?
it's like just like a like she like becomes awake but doesn't like open her eyes or anything, just like kind of like stirs and then just like a deep sigh and then like slowly opens her eyes and just kind of like lays there for a little bit just staring at the ceiling. And yeah, I think just like it takes her a while to like get about to doing her morning stuff, but like eventually she like drags herself out of bed and goes to do her like commune and do all of her
Fun
things.
stuff.
Yeah.
Do we want to take our last break?
Sounds good. Yeah, totally.
Sure.
Totally up to y'all. I've just been.
Let's take a break because I gotta pee. So,
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
See ya.